Testing right now. Can you guys hear me okay? Sorry guys, was just making sure that you guys could hear me okay. I got a brand new microphone. I got a nice studio Yeti caster, which is probably the most expensive microphone I ever bought, but it's really, really good. Let me turn down this game audio. Hang on. Alright, I'll have to do it inside the game. So you guys ready? So this is obviously ARK Survival Evolved. This is the... what's it called? This is going to be my first playthrough of the game. Basically, ARK Survival Evolved has had a special place in my heart, and I've always played it, but as like a sort of kind of cheating thing, really. I've always liked to cheat, just to give myself an advantage, but I've never actually played the game completely vanilla. So that's what that's what I'm going to be doing right here. So, I think the most fun part of this game, honestly, at the beginning, is the character creator, obviously. The way you can just abnormally mess with your character is hilarious. Like, hang on, let's see. Let's make his head massive. Yes. Jimmy Neutron style. Big brained. Okay, never mind. We're gonna make him normal. I really don't mess with the head, because the head is a little accurate to what I look like. So we're gonna decrease those pectorals. I like to make myself look like me, because the story revolves around you. At least the way you're playing it revolves around you. So it's more entertaining to make you yourself than it is really to try and like manipulate it and like make it like this weird like Arnold is playing ARK. You know what I mean? So like that kind of stuff just seems always has been like a little weird to me. I'm gonna increase arm length a little bit because I'm a little lengthy, scrawny dude. Let's see. Does that look good? Yeah. So, do I have any ARK survivors in the chat? Anybody else play ARK? Is it just me? Who knows? Honestly, ARK is just one of those games. Hey, Archer Shark, thanks so much. You're always my favorite little viewer, honestly. You always pop up all the time on either my videos or streams, coming to say hi and everything like that. It's real sweet. You're always so nice. Let's see. Okay. Then, in case you guys didn't know, my character, in terms of like the little Venom Xenomorph persona, the little dude, his name is Vex. Because like a Venom Xenomorph, like V and then X for Xenomorph, Vex is just a nice small little name. It's kind of cute actually, because it reminds me a lot of like how like you can vex somebody just like you can jinx somebody, and there's obviously Jinx from Teen Titans. That's like, honestly, like, who hasn't fallen in love with Jinx from Teen Titans before? So, but yeah, my character, my little Venom Xenomorph, is named Vex, for those who did not know. So we're gonna load into the game. So this will basically just be an occasional stream on this world, playing this game. Dan, hey buddy. All right, okay. So everyone in the chat, anybody watching right now, Big Red Vids is my cousin, and he means a lot to me. He is my little buddy. He just turned 17 on Saturday, because the 5th. He turned 17, and I'm so happy for him, buddy. I hope that your 17th year on this earth is worthwhile, and I absolutely hope that you make some amazing memories. I can't wait to see you again. I'm so sad that I couldn't come over because of work, but we'll make it work out. We'll have some good times. We'll have a lot of fun to make up for it. I'm glad you liked your presents. Tia told me that you really liked your presents, so that's really good. Sorry, I'm like, I'm not one of those multitasking kind of people. I am at work, but apparently I'm not that great at it in video games. So, but yeah, big shout out to my cousin, Big Red Vids. Please go check out his channel. He's got a lot of funny videos, and he makes some pretty good content over there. So please check him out. Okay, so for people who have not played ARK, ARK is like the best, in my opinion, the best survival game, because like there's games like Minecraft that are like, you know, pretty decent. Their story is not that great, but it's a good survival world to be in. And then there's like not Left 4 Dead, sorry, 7 Days to Die, that has like almost no story. The games like those have been like interesting, but they've never really, nothing's ever appealed to me. And it's ARK that has always stuck with me, because the story in this game is just so rich and vast, and it's optional. So you can literally just stay here on a beach resort in your island with raptors and everything, chilling out. And it literally just, or you could just go and fight a boss. Like, that's literally the coolest thing about this game. So, I modified this server a little bit, because this is me playing on single player. I modified the server a little bit, so it's gonna have, obviously, increased taming speed. It's going to have, ooh, hello Hesperornis. Are those piranha or salmon? Salmon. Okay, good. What's it called? Dang, where was I? I totally had a brain fart. This game likes to distract me a lot. I have trouble concentrating with this game, but at the same time, I guess that's the point of, you know, loving a game, is if you're really into this game and really like to play this game, obviously you're going to want to like get sucked into the world and get distracted. I'm keeping this. I'm going to paint this to look like Vex, because this is the closest thing you could get to a xenomorph in this game, and I absolutely love Reapers. I think they are the coolest designed creatures in this game, except for the Shadowmane, of course. The Shadowmane is like above everything in this world. But yeah, so we're just going to be chilling, playing a little bit of ARK, nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Obviously, you guys know that the anniversary of the Springtrap and Dead by Daylight video, the first one I ever posted, is coming up. And I have some ideas for a stream for that. But one of the things that's more important to me is the Resident Evil chapter coming out next week. I know that me and Raffi have been talking a lot about that chapter, about like, is it going to be Mr. X? Is this going to be Nemesis? I was originally very nervous of whether or not it was going to be Nemesis, because Nemesis is such an OP character in the Resident Evil games. It didn't make sense to me why they would add a character that overpowered, because he's got like a lot of weapons at his disposal, technically, depending on what game you're fighting him in. Because I know he doesn't necessarily have much in Resident Evil 3, and I know that that's the Nemesis that they used for this chapter, was Resident Evil 3, which is good. But the like, I remember Capcom, for example, when they were doing Capcom Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, the Nemesis had a lot of like rocket launchers and flamethrowers. I remember in the movie, there was like a Resident Evil movie that involved Nemesis. He had a flamethrower, and those were like really OP concepts to me. There's no way that they could have introduced that naturally to Dead by Daylight. Like, I felt like that was a little too OP, not to mention the zombies. But it looks like they've balanced everything out. It looks like Nemesis is actually not that OP. Like, he is OP still. A lot of his perks are insane and are totally going to change the meta of the game. But so are the survivors, too. Ooh, already leveled up again. I did not modify anything other than the ability to speed up taming, the ability to speed up breeding, that kind of stuff, because I like to breed for mutations in this game. It's just really fun for me. I build insanely cool houses in this game as well. It's just something that I really like to do. I take pride in my builds, so I hope you guys enjoy my little like mansions that I build around the map. Obviously, we're going to be playing this completely vanilla. There's going to be no cheats. There's going to be no breaking the law in terms of like how this game's supposed to be played. Because I've already done enough of that to be able to learn the story. Now that I kind of know the story and like what's going on with ARK, I can start admiring the story from a first-person perspective instead of like a godlike perspective where I know everything. And I've been really hyped to try and play this on the channel. I've always tried to do it as like a series. Me and my friends have a public server ready to go for a TV show kind of series for the channel. And that is going to still happen. It's not like we canceled that project. It's just the only thing that is slowing that down is one of us, Xavier. He really isn't into ARK at the moment, and the only way to get him to play the damn game was through GTA, which is a little annoying. I gotta go buy GTA now to be able to get him to play the game. But it's cool. I mean, I've never played GTA in my life. I know that it's a really, really popular and really, really good game from other people that have played it. I've never actually played it myself, and I'm excited to play it. I'm just a little concerned because like Xavier could be forcing himself to enjoy this game, and that's not good because this game is supposed to be naturally fun. And if he doesn't enjoy this game, then that's kind of like, oh well. But there's like a little raptor over there that's like my new favorite tame in the world. Her name is Clarice. I tamed her during the Easter event. So it's a velociraptor with like Easter colors. And she is just drop dead gorgeous in terms of the patterns and everything. Like, wow. Words cannot describe how amazed I was with Clarice in terms of like how she looked and everything like that. There weren't any cheats on the public server either. The public server either is completely vanilla. So the what's it called? The server is completely vanilla, so all the tames and everything like that are completely gained naturally, which is something I can confidently say because I used to like do the whole command do tame. Like I used to be really addicted to that command. Now I'm happy to say I'm cleansed from that stupid command, and I can play this game naturally, and I'm very excited to be able to start playing it with you guys. I know that this stream's probably not going to be as popular as most of my other ones, and I know that if I start uploading videos on ARK and everything on my channel, it's probably not going to be the most viewed stuff on the planet, but it is something I've always wanted to do. It's something that I've always been curious about. ARK is like one of my favorite games of all time, so I hope that those of you that are in the chat right now, and those of you that are willing to stay, have a good time watching these kinds of streams, and eventually the ARK series that begins on the channel. As for those who like don't kind of watch that content and everything like that, I will be trying to accommodate you guys eventually. Right now, I'm just mainly trying to focus on myself because this is like an escape for me from my job, and my job is kind of a high stressing job. I'm a prep cook. So if you've ever worked in a kitchen, you'll know like the pressure that's put on you, and like I needed to be able to escape that kind of stuff. So these streams are going to be me kind of escaping work, even if it's a good day. Like don't get me wrong. Yesterday, for example, when I was trying to stream yesterday, was like the best day from work in my life. I had such a good day at work, but it's always nice to like look at reality and be like, no thanks, I'm going to play this today instead of like deal with anything in the real world. And it's really cool that I'm actually able to do that because there aren't normally that many opportunities for people to like switch off their brains from the real world and just have a good time with a video game. I know that my parents can't really comprehend, or not really comprehend, but like they can't wrap their head around me being back here hours after hours after hours just playing video games. But it's a good escape. It's something that really helps me feel better. Luckily, ARK, while less popular, is still well liked and has lost a large number of YouTubers over the years, so you may actually gain a large flock of subs as well. I really hope so. ARK is a massively underrated game. A lot of YouTubers that did ARK kind of just stopped, and the only reason why is because of Genesis Part 2 that just came out is technically considered the end of the first game. They are going to be adding more content, as in like free maps and everything like that, but there aren't going to be any more story DLCs until ARK 2 comes out, and ARK 2 isn't even going to be a DLC, it's a totally separate game. So there's that kind of stuff to consider. I'm really hoping that this starts raking in some subscribers. Not because like you guys aren't great enough. I'm very grateful for the amount of subscribers that I already have. You guys are all amazing. It's just the community that I've built up has definitely like stuck their minds around the whole Springtrap and Dead by Daylight concept. And while that is a good thing, it doesn't help leave room for anything to grow. My channel is supposed to be a gaming news channel for kind of everything, and because of the Springtrap and Dead by Daylight video, it began to restrict my ability to make videos on other things. So I'm going to try and start like stretching out and everything like that, making sure that I could cover kind of everything. I have a little bit of pre-recorded ARK news for you guys. If you haven't heard already, I know a lot of people have already posted news on this, so I'm going to be kind of late to the wave here. But ARK 2 with Vin Diesel is already being beta tested. They're already almost done with the game, which is insane to think about, because considering how I know that ARK 1, like just the island map, nothing else. ARK 1 was developed really, really quickly, and then the DLCs just kind of took longer and longer as they went along. But they did eventually, like, eventually it was like, it in terms of a lifespan, ARK has had about 5 years of lifespan, just based off the different mods that have come out year after year after year. Sorry, like I said, I'm a bit of a master builder in this game, so I'm trying to figure out, like, where I want everything and everything. I think the only other cheat that I did was I'm allowed to, like, clip my builds into the ground a little. Like, because it always kind of annoys me where it's like, you can't place a structure here. I'm like, oh, go away. I want to build a structure here. Man, I used to watch so many old ARK mod vids. I'm nostalgic now. I think that's like my plan. Because the thing about ARK is everybody mods it. Everybody like totally destroys the game with mods. Like Syntac, for example, is one of my favorite YouTubers when it comes to ARK. I really recommend you go check out his channel. But he mods it all the time. Like I don't think he's ever played ARK with vanilla ever on his channel, because every series he's done, he's at least used one mod, like Structures Plus and stuff like that. Now that that kind of stuff has been kind of integrated into the game, especially with like an update to ARK where it allows me to pick up my builds before, like, 30 seconds have passed, so that way I can fix the builds, that kind of stuff. Now that I finally have that kind of stuff like integrated into consoles, because consoles can't mod, I can finally do like a vanilla version of this and just have a good time with it. So that'll be fun. Let's see. I think the beautiful thing about ARK is its simplicity yet complexity. So like there's ARK, which just on the surface is this survival game with dinosaurs and everything like that. And then outside the surface, you're looking at such a rich, vast realm of story. It's just insane. It is absolutely ridiculous how drastic the story has come along. Haven't seen any new news on Springtrap coming to Dead by Daylight. I'm assuming that idea died or just no new info yet. I don't think that idea is dead. The idea for Resident Evil being in Dead by Daylight kind of died a while ago, and then they released Nemesis. They announced Nemesis. So every idea that's ever been made for Dead by Daylight is potential to come back. You never know what's going to happen. But Springtrap is going to take a little while. I know Scott said that there's going to be no collabs this year, and it's up to him whether he wants to change that idea or not. But for now, it looks like if we do get the Springtrap chapter, it's going to be coming in around 2022, which is totally fine. It gives time for both the movie and Security Breach to come out, which means it opens up the roster for exactly what killer is going to be. So, like, it could be Springtrap, it could be Vanny, it could be, it opens up the window. So, let's see, let's do a bed, because we need a bed, and I need hide, so that means I need okay, I don't have a spear. Alright, well, I'm probably going to die a lot here, because I done goofed. Okay, how much is it for wow, I really wasted a lot of stuff, didn't I? Okay, so... Sorry. It's a little late. Yeah, it's about 8:51 p.m. my time, so it's a little late for me, but it's not too bad, could be worse. I am going to be, now that I know that my computer's okay, and, like, not having a stroke, I'm going to be streaming, me and Andy playing Dead by Daylight. We're also gonna, or I'm gonna try, at least, I should say I'm gonna try, because I don't know his plans yet. We're gonna be doing custom games, kill your friends, because it's just so much more fun. Public matches are okay, I guess, but it doesn't give anybody the chance to play as the killer against friends. I would love to be chased down by Andy, with Andy being Nemesis. That would be such a cool thing, and that can't happen in a public match, unless you're, like, really, really lucky. But who knows? Seemed like ARK's popularity seemed to peak around Aberration and sort of dropped around Extinction. I agree with that. I agree with that statement. I think Aberration was definitely, like, the point of that map. Like, because what happened was, it was ARK, like the original The Island. Scorched Earth came out while it was still in early access on PC. Then the game was available on Xbox, and then it was available on PS4. It took a while to get on PlayStation. And then, when they announced Aberration, they were finishing the certification process of launching the game. Like, it being considered a done game and ready to launch. And, when they did, it was mostly done. Like, obviously there's launch problems that are now fixed, but the popularity definitely, like, came to a halt after Aberration, because Aberration was like the newest, coolest thing, and it still is. Like, Aberration is like the most beloved ARK map currently. Well, I take that back. I think Genesis Part 2 definitely stole the show from Aberration, but before Genesis Part 2, Aberration was the #1 map. Just because it kind of had everything. It had all these useful dinos, no flyers, so you didn't have to worry about getting raided. I think rock drakes were like the only quote-unquote flying creature, and even then they still glided. They were like griffins. So that was a really fun experience. What kind of mic do I use? This is a brand new mic. I got the Blue Yeticaster from Best Buy. It's really, really cool. I've heard that a lot of streamers use this, and I've been wanting one for the longest time. I wound up walking into Best Buy, hoping that it was there, and I asked if they had it in stock, and they told me that it was the first one they had since the pandemic. So I was the first one to buy a Yeticaster in person from the store since the pandemic started, and that felt pretty special to me. But it's a really, really good mic, I think. It's a lot better than most of the other mics that I use. I still have the Blue Snowball that I have from when I recorded the Game Awards reaction. I just haven't used it in a little while. I don't use these PC mics unless I'm playing with Andy or doing a stream like this, because I could very well do a stream using my PlayStation headset, but the quality on the PlayStation headset is better when I'm recording with friends in a party chat than it is with my voice by myself. My voice kind of sounds like super staticky when coming through the PlayStation headset. So it's definitely more clear, I think, on the Yeticaster. I hope it is anyway. If it's not, let me know, so that way I can figure out how to fix it. Very, very true. Yeah, he is probably one of the killers that I really want to see coming to DBD, or at least something related to FNAF and Dead by Daylight. I think the only reason that Springtrap is the most guaranteed is just because he's the only real killer. Like, obviously there's the animatronics, just straight up. But, and I know that the devs have said, like, we're not going to add any robotic characters. But they also said they wouldn't add a clown. They also said they wouldn't add zombies. They also said, like, there's a lot of stuff that they've said they wouldn't do, and then totally backed out on, and, like, done it for the money or something like that. So, them adding, like, an animatronic character isn't too far-fetched. But, I am encumbering myself. I am making a bad decision here. I'm making a very bad decision here. I can barely move now. Hey guys, let's go get water. This is the most exhilarating trip we have ever made. Huh, guys? This is so fast-paced, action-packed. Best stream of our lives. But yeah, he's the only killer in the game. Like, the animatronics obviously kill the Night Guard that you're playing as, but they're only killing because of revenge. And, like, they've mentioned before, the devs at least, have mentioned before that revenge has never really been a huge motive for a lot of their killers in DBD. Like, a lot of their killers are just really twisted individuals that have been welcomed by the entity. I think the only character that has anything to do with vengeance, last I checked, is the Spirit. I could be 100% wrong on that. Can you butter my popcorn with that buttery voice, sending good vibes? Thanks, Raptor X. I like it's like the reserve list for Magic the Gathering. I don't know what that means. I apologize. I don't play Magic. I mean, I did a little bit in high school, but, like, I don't know the terminology. I don't know, like, the closest I can get to you in terms of any terminology of any card game ever is Pokemon. Like, really, like, that, and even then, I'm trying to sell my Pokemon cards right now. Like, I'm not into that anymore. Video games have kind of stolen the show for me from any sort of trading card game or anything like that. Okay, there we go. Now I got a level, now I can get a spear, now I can kill stuff. That is important. Okay, obviously a wood club for taming stuff. Let's do the spyglass, though. When weighted down, a good way to move around is continually throw and pick up there. I know about that. It's a little bit annoying, and not only that, but the button mashing is even worse. Like, for example, for those of you who don't already know and can't already tell, I have a PS5. I was very lucky. I caught COVID right after I got it, but I was very lucky to actually get a PS5. The only thing that is scary, though, is I don't want to button mash too hard, because one of my controllers, already the X button, the jump button, it says inventory too heavy to jump, but that's me spamming X right now. The X button already sticks a little bit, and the reason why is because the struggle phase in Dead by Daylight had not been updated yet. So, you still had to spam X to struggle in Dead by Daylight at the time. So, now that it's the skill check thing, I'm not so worried about that. But, because of my original DualShock already, or DualSense, I guess, because PS5, already has, like, one button sticking a little bit already, I'm really trying not to button mash. So even though it's a little annoying, I know, just to see me very slowly walk around with crap, being weighed down like crazy, I promise you it'll get so much better from here, because I need to, like, keep my controller healthy, if that makes any sense. So how did you set up the Blue Yeti to your PS5? I always hear myself when I use these. Okay, so first off, I'm not using the PS5 to record at the moment. I am broadcasting through my computer. I'm using remote play to be able to get the gameplay onto the computer with the audio and everything like that. And then I'm using OBS to record my audio. I've recorded using my PlayStation, using a USB mic before. The video where I talk about Alien Isolation 2, which I've learned is a very faulty source, so I apologize for that. The video where I talk about Alien Isolation 2, that is using my Blue Snowball mic. That is using my USB mic, and that connects directly to the front of the PS5. and it works. It just, but you're not able to like record live with it. You need to be able to use, you need to record using the Share Factory. That's the only way. Otherwise, you're going to want to record through the computer like I am right now with the studio mic. Are you excited for the new Venom movie? You don't even understand how excited I am for that movie. I told my parents as a early birthday gift, I'm going to be turning 19 this August. As an early birthday gift, I need to go to the premiere for that movie. I need to go to California. I need to go to the premiere for that movie. Because Venom has had such a massive impact on my life. Alien was like the second biggest impact on my life. Jurassic Park might have been the third, but Venom was number one. Because I remember watching as a kid the 90s animated Spider-Man show with like the kind of intro, like that kind of thing, right? That was my childhood, was that show. It was the coolest little show, very unique, and like I think one of the most memorable episodes to me was the whole Man-Spider episode, where his radiation and his illness in terms of like what gives him the spider powers is like progressing and causing him to turn into like an actual human spider. I thought that was like one of the coolest episodes, but also the most terrifying as a kid. But it just overall that show had a huge impact, and that was the first time I ever saw Venom, was through that cartoon show, and I loved Venom. I adored Venom. I thought he was so cool. This weird version of Spider-Man with fangs, and he was black and white, and black and white was like the coolest little contrast. I grew up with Venom. Venom was like my childhood, and the fact that they're actually doing him some justice, like Topher Grace was a really bad Venom in my opinion, and they're actually doing him they're doing the character some serious justice with Tom Hardy. And Woody Harrelson being cast as Carnage is probably one of the best casting decisions I've ever even heard of, because there's a movie called I believe it's something like American Psychos, or no, that American Psycho is the one where it's like Christian Bale. But like there's a movie where it has to do with insane people, and it's him and Robert Downey Jr., and both of them can play really, really good crazy people. And Woody Harrelson being cast as Cletus Cassidy is one of the coolest little things. Because Carnage is just one of those characters. They already nailed Venom with Tom Hardy. I have my full confidence in Tom Hardy's Venom. But Carnage has never, ever, ever been depicted on screen before this film, and it's going to be interesting to see what Woody Harrelson brings to the character, because the last time the main few times that we've seen Carnage recently have all been in those like the Spectacular Spider-Man and Ultimate Spider-Man TV shows, like the little Marvel cartoons that aren't as strong in the comics as these movies have been. And it's all been like a really cool experience to see like Carnage's evolution, but to see him on the big screen is going to be the most exciting thing on the planet. Everyone knows, at least most people know from this channel, that I am a memorabilia collector. I collect a lot of autographs and movie props and that kind of stuff. And the reason I want to go to the Venom Let There Be Carnage premiere so bad is because I pre-ordered the Venom Let There Be Carnage Funko Pops, all of them, including the one from Walmart, the 10-inch Carnage. I pre-ordered all of them, and I want to be able to get all of them signed. I would prefer to have the 10-inch signed by like Andy Serkis, because I'm a huge fan of Andy Serkis in general. I'm so glad he's directing this movie, because he plays Gollum, and I could do a really good Gollum. Precious! The sneakers! Shire baggies! Like I grew up with Lord of the Rings, and him as Gollum was the coolest little thing. So him being a director of a film was really interesting to me, and let alone Venom. You know, Venom is just dang. You really gotta have a pair of balls to take on Venom in terms of trying to make a good Venom movie. And they really, so far, they've been nailing it. I've been really impressed. Alright, let's see. Feel free to blow up the live chat, by the way, guys. Like, totally ask me questions or anything like that. This is just a nice, chill stream. So you guys don't have to worry about me being like, slow down, I can't see anything. Like, it's just me hanging out. It's just us hanging out, having a good old time. Ah, yeah, I remember. You used to love Green Goblin. Yeah, you loved Green Goblin. He was really cool. I heard that Green Goblin's going to be in No Way Home. I heard that. Ooh, those are very important rocket root seeds. I heard he's going to be in No Way Home. I hope it's true. I already know that, like, confirmed. We already have Alfred Molina as coming back as Doc Ock. We already. Oh no, I am dying to the heat. I am dying to the redness. I need to get in the water. Dear Lord, it is very hot. I know that we're getting basically like every other Spider-Man villain ever in here. So I really hope that we're going to get like an OG. Like, we're already getting Alfred Molina's Doc Ock. That's the best you can ask for, because Spider-Man 2 was so good. But what's it called? The oh, perfect, it's raining now. Okay, that means I can get out. Should be fine now. Yeah, thank you. No, but like Green Goblin with Willem Dafoe was like the coolest little thing. He did such a great job as Green Goblin. Yeah, it's going to be another Spider-Man movie. The new one is called No Way Home. They haven't said, like, I know that, what's his name? Jamie Foxx is coming back as Electro from the Amazing Spider-Man movies, but he's not going to be the same Electro. He's going to look much different, which is good. I preferred him not looking like, you know, Will Smith's Genie. But there's a lot of concept art going around of him wearing, like, the original Electro suit from the OG TV show. And I made an extra wall. There we go. But I know that they just cast Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven. They finally cast Kraven, and I think that's a really good call. I also like that Aaron Taylor Johnson is sticking with Marvel. There's a lot of characters that have flip-flopped between DC and Marvel. Like, Michael Keaton is going back to DC as his Batman from the Tim Burton movie. But he is also going to be he's still going to be playing Adrian Toomes as the Vulture from Homecoming. So, like, it's weird. There's been a massive flip-flop between actors and both comic book universes, but Aaron Taylor Johnson seems to be staying in the Marvel range, and that's very nice to see. Let's do the Bola. We're going to try and get a tame before I end this stream. And I'm not saying something stupid like a dodo. I mean, like, running up to... Screw it. Run up to a raptor. Tame a raptor. That's my goal. By the end of this stream, we need to tame a raptor. I probably just set, like, the most impossible goal for myself right now. But who knows? Maybe I'll pull it off. I put a storage box in a storage box. How the hell does that work? I know it looks kind of like shambly. I know I said I was a master builder, but you can't really do much with thatch, to be fair. So, when we get to, like, the wood stage, let's see, what level do I need to be for wood? Okay, 11. When I get to level 11, that's when you'll start seeing my skills come out in terms of, like, how good I can be at building. If you want to ask, I want to ask if you are okay with us giving recommendations, suggestions, or neat quirks. See, I like that. I kind of know everything there is that you need to know about ARK in terms of how to do it right. I know that kind of stuff. I don't need that kind of advice. But, like, if there's, like, a heat-of-the-moment situation where, like, let's say I ran into a raptor right now, and I was like, oh god, what do I do? How do I knock this out real quick? And you guys tell me, like, a perfect strat to get around the raptor, those are always welcome. But, like, if people are like, go left, go right, or like that kind of stuff. If I'm like playing Fallout or something and they just tell me how to beat the game, basically, that I feel is like a little annoying and a little unfair. But like certain tips and like tricks on how to get around certain things is always welcome, always nice. Oh, I can craft spears now. I'm stupid. I totally forgot. All right, hang on. Let me get fiber. Do you feel like we could kill this moss chop? I feel like we could kill the moss chops. Don't you grunt at me. The only thing I worry about ever on the island is Troodons. They scare me very much. Oh, yeah, like, see, that kind of advice I already know. Like, I believe what they're called is Lystrosaurs. They're adorable. I never tame them, because I don't necessarily have enough patience for a passive tame, ever. But I know enough about them. I know enough about a lot of the tames. I think the only dinosaurs that I really don't know much about are the ones from Genesis Part 2. But we'll get to that bridge when we get there. Because we're starting with the island. We're going to move through every DLC. In order, it would be the island, Scorched Earth, Aberration, Extinction, Part 1, Part 2, and then we would go to, like, the fun maps, and just have a good time on the fun maps. I personally like Valguero a lot. Ragnarok is also, like, Ragnarok was, like, the meta before, Valguero. Valguero kind of changed everything. Yeah. Excuse me. You know, for right now, we're doing pretty good as vegans. We're just rocking the berries right now and living a good life. Like, advice to me that would be useful for me would be, like, boss fight advice. Like, if I'm in the middle of a fight with the dragon, I've never fought a boss in this game vanilla. So I'm sure I'm going to need advice fighting bosses. But besides that, I really don't need advice in any other situation. I mean, Rockwell's a boss I really know down to the core on like how to beat that guy. But and the Overseer, I guess, is like, I know he's like I literally just crafted this spear. How did it break already? How does that logic make any sense? Again. Where? There you are. Yes! My first kill. I am a hunter. And I got enough for a bed. Perfect. I've always liked building bases on the edge of this cliff here because there's just enough room for a couple small tames. You can build a fence down at the bottom here, seal out the water a little bit for bigger tames, and you can have a nice balcony to look over the beach. Like, obviously, I'm going to build a little door over there. Yes, I shall eat the moss chops, the mammal lizard. Oh, here's something that I know. This is a tip that I recommend to other players. And it's going to sound weird, but there's a reason for this. So when you burn wood in campfires, it makes charcoal. And there's nothing wrong with charcoal, technically. It's just when you're starting out, you don't necessarily need charcoal right away. And charcoal just takes up so much storage space. Wow, that's a purple drop landing right here. If I was like level 70, that would be really nice right now. But what's it called? Oh, there's a nice little white drop over by the beach down there. I might go get that real quick. Yeah, let's go get that real quick. Oh, I should probably craft a... Yeah, I was going to say, I should probably craft a torch before I, die. Alright, our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. I honestly, I tried filing for, sponsorships from, Dr. Pepper and stuff like that, because I drink way too much Dr. Pepper. And, it turns out you actually have to live near a supply house to be able to get sponsored by them. You can't just be like, oh, well, I drink a lot of your product, and they go, oh, well, we'll give you a lot of our product. They just don't do that. You have to actually live near a warehouse to be able to be sponsored by Dr. Pepper. It's weird. And then Coke, I think they're even worse. In terms of what they do. But that I've never had a sponsor. I've always wanted to figure out that process. I know that I'm looking for a new channel artist at the moment to try and design some merch. So that way I could start getting that going. But oh my god, if I could have been a Dr. Pepper sponsored YouTuber, I absolutely would. Seriously, I drink Dr. Pepper so much, and it's the best soda. It's my favorite soda. Okay, so we're right here at the drop. Let's see what we get. Oh wait, it's not even here yet. Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's right above our heads. Hang on, let me back up. Yeah, it's right there. Perfect. No, that's really good, because, the loot actually in the drops deteriorates the longer it's on the ground. So, when you get to it right when it lands, it's just so beneficial. Yeah, me and Big Red Vids, we are huge Dr. Pepper addicts. Everyone looks at me and is like, Coca-Cola used to have cocaine in it. I'm like, oh yeah? Well, what does Dr. Pepper have in it now? Because I'm addicted to that right now. And what is next to me? That would be a turtle. Oh, sweet! Oh, that is so convenient. Wow. Okay, well, that's cool. Now I can put the Venom head on, the Venom Xenomorph head on. Okay, part of me wants to kill this turtle, but the little mating symbol... You know what, screw it. You only live once. Oh, no, there's the other turtle. I was waiting to see where it was. I'm breaking through these way too fast. Yeah, so I know it's obviously, there's common, there's, shoot. Define rarities. Help me define rarities here, because I don't think I quite understand your question. I know this turtle is very weak, though. That's what I know. Are you asking, the order? Oh, we killed one. Okay, good. Alright, now I just... Oh, now you run away. Yeah, be gone! My kill. And time for the axe now. Okay, so my advice, my little tip, for anybody playing ARK that's just new to the game or anything like that, I recommend doing thatch. instead of wood when you're using campfires at the start. Because you can use wood later, because you're going to need charcoal to make spark powder, I believe. You're going to need to make... Oh, no. You need stone and flint to make spark powder. It's charcoal and spark powder to make gunpowder. That's what you need. And, what's it called? Gunpowder is insanely important later in the game, but you don't need it right away. And, it's just a huge storage waster if you're, like, just getting tons and tons of charcoal using wood. Plus, if you're building stuff out of wood, like I will be very soon, it's a massive waste of a building material. So you need to use something that you could easily get from anywhere, and thatch is, like, the easiest little thing. It also turns out, I'm just letting everybody know now, spark powder works just as well, if not better, than thatch. So if you get advanced enough to get the mortar and pestle and just craft a ton of spark powder, you can absolutely just keep your fire going continuously using a ton of spark powder. Give it like 200 spark powder and it'll just go almost infinitely. Stupid turtle, LMAO, epic pog. Yep, I rule the turtle. Okay, there we go. Like right now, for example, I don't need thatch. I have my foundation. I am ready to go. I think the only thing I would need thatch for is the bed? No. Yes, I do. Okay. I was going to say. So let me yoink. Split. Oh, no. Add it back. Light it up. And then let's go up here and right here. There's the bed. And it looks like I just need a little bit of fiber and I can get the water skin. A little bit more. Literally one piece more. I've heard about... I don't understand what satisfactory is. Can someone explain to me what's that? Nice loud level up. Can someone explain what satisfactory is to me? Because I'm curious what it is. Yes, we're at the wood stage. See, this is why you don't burn your wood, my friends. There we go. Yeah, so can someone help explain what satisfactory is? Because I've heard about it. I've heard it's good. I don't know anything about it. And give me that meat. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's always 5 cooked meat. That's like the perfect number. Animations, DVD animations. Yes, I do. They're really funny. I love his Trapper voice, too. His Trapper is like really, really funny. Yeah, I enjoy watching a lot of his content. Oh, those are important too, little saber root seeds. Okay, this is a bit more like placement management kind of thing, so let's do that. Actually, you know what? Let's pick it up real quick because I think I placed it wrong. There we go. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, that one actually matters a little bit more. Building machinery to automate collection and refinement of materials. Oh, yeah. It would be cool if that was like a combination. I think that's what ARK 2 is going to be like. I heard that ARK 2 is primitive only, and I'm very happy it's going to be that way. I admire what they were doing with what like tech does and everything like that, but I just felt like the super futuristic kind of stuff was getting a little old. And now that they're finally moving past that, I'm super excited to see what ARK is going to have in the future. But who knows? Ow. Just a little calm ARK stream. Having a good time, huh, boys? And girls? And anybody in between? I do not judge. Alright, let's see if we can craft a Bola. Let's see if we can get a Raptor. Because it's not that I want to end this stream right away. It's just like, I also am like, really, really hyped to like get a Raptor. Raptors are just overall my favorite. So, let's see if I can get myself a Raptor. The future is old. Time to return to the ancient ocean. Exactly! Turbo Studios, you get it. You totally get it. This guy's got it all figured out. Okay, so what do I need more of? Thatch. Got it. 3, like maybe 30 thatch. Alright, there we go. Okay, now I just need some sort of, like, obviously I need the club, but how am I supposed to level up, though? I know that raptors spawn on this cliff up here, like, right up by my house, and I'm a little worried about going up here unprepared, but at the same time, with the spare bolos, I might as well, like, you know, tempt fate a little bit. I could just stop them and then run. Because they always spawn in, like, packs of 3 or 4. They never spawn one at a time. They never spawn 2 at a time. It's always a pack. And that's fine. But, like, it's a little hard to... Oh, come on. Let me leap on the rock. No, I had it. Alright. Rock. There we go. Yeah, it's always a little annoying to, like, try and outrun something that is freaking ridiculously fast. Oh, there's little packies. I forgot packies were even in this game. I know they're not necessarily a useful tame, but, like, they're cute. I might tame one eventually. Name it, Frytech. Anybody who's seen Jurassic Park, The Lost World, knows my reference. Last time I checked, before Genesis Part 2 text storage containers can float in midair. They can, and then they patched it for Gen Part 2 because of a lot of like the building restraints and everything like that on the Genesis ship. For those who don't know, it's interesting what they did with the story. This story follows 2 different paths. So if you play from ARK 1, like the island, obviously, all the way down to Extinction, you finish one half of a story. Like the first half of the story is based on the United Republic of United Republic of Peoples, I think is what it was called, or United Republic of something. It was a URE, I think, was the abbreviation. Oh my god, there's a Therizino up here. That's rare. Okay, but there's the URE, obviously, and then it was the Terra Foundation, the Tehran Foundation. And the Tehran Foundation follows Genesis, the Genesis storyline. The Genesis simulation, the Genesis colony ship, Santiago, that's all part of the, like, ARK 2. That all revolves around the ending of the Tehran Foundation's mission. Their mission was to get everybody off of Earth because they thought Earth was completely doomed. The Republic, the URE, had different ideas. They thought that they could totally save themselves. They could save the planet using Element. They could use the Element to create the ARKs. The ARKs would then purge Element from the soil and basically restart the planet. Both seem to have worked. The obviously Rockwell's corrupted ARK, Aberration, touched down on Earth as well. And I don't think they ever actually explain what happened to lead him into the Genesis simulation. But what I do know is that his interception with the Genesis simulation has led to what happens in ARK 2. So I'm curious to see if those monsters that were in the ARK 2 trailer involve the I'm curious to see if the purple people that are in the trailer for ARK 2 have anything to do with like the children of Rockwell that were shown off in Genesis Part 2 or anything like that, or if they're like an alien race, because I know that the description for ARK 2 literally mentions alien fauna, and it could very well be possible that the species that we're dealing with here, like the purple people and everything like that. Oh, this is a rare delicacy. Oh god, there it is! I was wondering where it was! I was wondering where it was. Oh, they're both coming. I feel like I'm not running fast enough. Good luck trying to get me, guys. Good luck. Your egg is now my egg. How much you want to bet? This is going to come back and bite me in the butt later. I'm going to like go home and think I'm safe, and they're just going to show up and they're going to destroy the walls and everything. Uh-oh! I hear it! Oh god, there's another one! Whoa! Like, all of them got mad at me now. Ow. Oh! Surprisingly weak. Hey! They're jump scaring me. Well, I died. I got distracted and died. It's okay, though. I don't think they actually... I could be wrong on this, but I don't think they get agitated at you if you take the egg off a body. I think it's only when you pick it up off the ground. Trying not to eat raw meat there. I'm good. Where's the one that killed me? There it is. Hey, bud. He's still mad at me. Picking up the meat and running. Bring it, dude. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it. Second. That's for jump scaring me. And killing me. Revenge! Wait, what's left in here? Damn it. Did not mean to... Oh! Okay, that explains it. Don't need any of that. Okay, good. Let's see. Alright, I think I'm going to actually end this stream here. Interesting ending with the Packy egg. There we go. Now that's safe. And then let's go ahead and throw the meat in here too, whatever. It's a single player save, so when I pause it, it's not going to spoil overnight or something like that. It's going to be fine. Yeah. Seeing scorpions still living today. They are, my friend. They're terrifying. If you use an axe, you get more hide. I know that. Like I said earlier, I know a lot about the what's it called? The tips and tricks of like how ARK works and everything like that. It's just like stuff like boss fight strategies and stuff like that. Those are the only really things I don't know. But thank you guys so much for attending this little stream. Oh, whoa. I did not mean to do that. Nope. I didn't mean to. Nope. Okay, there. Wait. There we go. Okay. Oh, for the love of... Okay. Thank you all for attending this stream. I really appreciate it a lot. And this is definitely the first for many to come. The next DBD stream is going to be next Tuesday with Andy Campbell and my buddy Hayden, or hopefully Hayden, are going to be playing some custom games with Nemesis, because the Resident Evil chapter will be coming out next Tuesday. So let's see if we have a really good time with that. And with that, I leave you all. Have a good night, and everybody